Copper theft is a global epidemic. In the U.S. alone, copper theft from span cables plagues individuals and businesses alike, with approximately 30,000 cases of theft every year. Costing more than $40 million in annual replacements, copper theft affects most industries today and has taken an extensive toll on the agriculture industry.
Copper theft is becoming an epidemic across the globe with increasing costs of raw materials. Therefore, irrigation equipment in particular becomes a very easy target for theft because they're often in very isolated areas throughout the rural areas. When the span cable is stolen off of an irrigation device, it causes for the pivot not to be able to run or apply water. That then results in the fact that crops aren't getting water when they need them. And if without a remote monitoring system to know that the pivot isn't working, that can cause a lot of damage to the crops and the yield. In addition, because of the theft, insurance companies are often discontinuing insurance for farmers or causing rates to go up, which then again in turn creates a higher cost ultimately for the grower because of the copper theft.
The biggest challenge to curbing theft is having physical proof of ownership for prosecution.
At Alta, we're in the metal recycling industry. Anybody who would be stealing copper would only be doing it to recycle for what it's worth. And when we bring the material in and purchase it, in this case it's insulated wire, we buy it on a per pound basis based on the going rate at the time, and it's actually done on a percentage of the copper that's within the wire. It's tough for us to identify the material as stolen, so without identifying where the material was stolen from, there's no way for us to help police prosecute.
Paige Jaguar's comprehensive product line was created to deter copper theft. Utilizing Southwire Company LLC's Proof Positive span cable and Proof Positive signage patented technology, the product line includes 3 components to combat the multi-million-dollar menace of copper theft: Proof Positive signage, Paige Jaguar theft alert, and Proof Positive span cable.
Proof Positive signage is a kit that's specifically designed to physically deter thieves from stealing span cable off of an irrigation system. They can drive by and actually see that there is a sign that says this system is equipped with Proof Positive span cable.
Paige Jaguar theft alert sends an alert immediately to owners and authorities when cable is tampered with or cut, decreasing the delay in tracking thieves.
Theft alert is a product that's designed to supply immediate notification if your span cable has been tampered with. So you can actually get out there and catch the thieves in the act of stealing the cable. And of course, used in conjunction with Proof Positive cable, can prosecute upon arrival with law enforcement. Even if they make it off the property with the trace ID codes and serial numbers, it's still traced back to that system.
Proof Positive span cable stands to dramatically alter the landscape of copper theft prosecution with their signature bright yellow outer jacket and unique trace ID codes.
Proof Positive span cable is a specifically designed span cable for the ag market for use with center pivot irrigations. Proof Positive ID codes are a series of serial number and trace ID codes that actually link the span cable right back to that system and back to that farm and right to the grower.
Valley's dedicated to irrigation technology, and by partnering with Paige, we were able to bring the Proof Positive span cable and be the first ones to the market to offer such a deterrent for the growers. The Proof Positive span cable is a deterrent for several reasons. One is that the outer jacket is bright yellow, so it's easily identifiable to the thief that, you know, this isn't typical span cable. If it was to be stolen, the recyclers have the ability to check a database against that and to use the identifier to make sure that the person bringing it in is the true owner of that material.
The grower, the dealer, the thief see that there's this yellow cable on there, and they, through advertising, will learn that there is a serial number and a code every 3 inches in that cable, so that if they steal that cable and take it to this recycler's going to look that up, and if you're not Joe Grower, you're going to jail. From the grower's standpoint, copper theft on an irrigation machine is extremely expensive to replace. For each span replacement of cable, it costs anywhere between $1,000 and $1,300.
For an entire quarter-mile machine then, you're looking at close to $10,000 replacement cost. That's why the proof positive cable with the yellow jacket is such a great addition and deterrent to theft. It is easily identifiable when you look up at it, and as well as when the thieves happen to try to take it to a recycler, the recycler then has the ability to check the ID against the database to prove that that person bringing it in is the true owner.
Prior to 2008, I don't believe there was a span wire or copper wire for pivots that was that had the proof of ownership inside the cable. So the spans that I parked down the road, I went ahead and wrote my name on the wire every 4 foot all the way down the spans. So when they would cut it, if they would get it into their car, their pickup, and we would catch them, at least I could identify that that was my wire stolen off of my span because it had my name on it. So the proof of ownership is very important because not only was I losing wire, but other people were losing wire, and if they could not honestly, positively identify that that was their wire, the people that were accused of stealing it were let go because it wasn't the positive proof.
In 2009, the End Copper Theft campaign was initiated to raise awareness among growers, irrigation dealers, metal recyclers, law enforcement, and legislators about how they can be part of the solution.
End Copper Theft campaign was created by Southwire Company, North America's largest cable manufacturer, to raise awareness about the copper theft epidemic hitting the nation. Since its inception, Snitzer, Alter Trading, Valley Irrigation, and of course Paige Electric have joined forces to raise awareness. Everyone can play a part in ending copper theft by educating themselves about the laws and policies out there to support the End Copper Theft campaign. They can purchase the products that have been designed to deter copper theft, and at the end of the day, the recyclers can prosecute. Paige Agwire is involved in the End Copper Theft campaign by not only selling proof positive and other theft deterrent products such as gotcha, but we also work with lawmakers to pass no burn laws, and we work with recyclers and educate growers on what's out there to stop span cable from being stolen on their machine.
Paige Agwire provides center pivot dealers worldwide with the most reliable agricultural irrigation wire and cable available. No other cable supplier creates cables designed specifically for agriculture.
Paige Agwire is a division of Paige that works exclusively in the agricultural market. For over 20 years, we have served the ag market by innovating products. We don't just sell a product into the market hoping it fits the ag industry. We actually design products specific for agriculture. We have a team of a certified irrigation designer, a crop advisor, chief engineers, and salespeople in marketing to target the ag market and create products specifically for them. Because Paige Agwire is dedicated to agriculture only, we are able to track commodity prices and feel out what the market's going to do. So we also have to watch aluminum and copper, and our buying power allows us to purchase product early if we know it's going to be a great season, and we store it for our customers, which they're very appreciative of. So we know we have the product when they need it. We have warehouses located throughout the U.S., East Coast, the Midwest, and the West Coast, so we can turn product out quickly, ship the same day, and make sure our customers get the product when they need it. Because in the ag world, you may be only working with 1 week that you can get the cable in the ground and get the product up and running.
Paige has an engineering staff, me being the engineering manager, but we have engineering staff that are here to help our dealers and the growers properly size the cable and select the proper cable for the conditions. Paige has always been dedicated to the ag industry. We opened this facility in 1980 for the ag market and for the mechanized irrigation.
Innovation, dedication, and love for the agricultural industry have driven Paige Agwire to become a worldwide leader in the agricultural irrigation market.
At Paige, we recognize the importance of agriculture, not just in the U.S., but worldwide. The U.S. is responsible for feeding the world. So we love what we do, and we continue to create products that make the growers' lives easier. I think in agriculture, we're going to see the industry moving towards awareness and conservation of resources, not just water, but also electricity. And we will always continue to develop products that help that. For example, SureSeal, it gives the growers peace of mind that that cable will always work. They won't have to replace it, and they can focus their attention on growing the crop and feeding the world. And at the end of the day, that saves time, energy, and money.
For more information, visit www.paigeelectric.com.